They downed their stethoscopes and walked out of hospitals in protest almost 2 months ago. Their leaders moving from one meeting to another with the government.
We don't have a solution yet.
A deal for them to pick up the stethoscope and back to work is however not on the horizon. The government and the doctors' union are pulling in different directions.
It means there is a vacuum somewhere.
And COTU Secretary General Francis Atwoli is concerned. He says there is a lethargic attitude towards ending the doctor strike.
I don't know who is advising our president on issues of labor, because labor in any given country is the key. You know, any country can spur economic growth without using its manpower properly.
Even as the doctor strike continued, there have been headline stands between the national government, the county government, and the doctors' union. These headline stands only leaving Kenyans to suffer. Hospitals are paralyzed. People are reportedly dying. The doctors' union is demanding the government act on its 2013 promise to grant a 300% pay rise to doctors. But the government is adamant that it can only give a 40% increment.
There is a CBA which was signed, but one article was suspended.
The recent meeting between the Ministry of Health and the Kenya Medical Practitioners and Dentists Union officials was as fruitless as those held since the strike started in December. Both parties are accusing each other of spreading propaganda and engaging in sideshows at the expense of Kenyans' well-being.
We will be on a round table. We look at all possibilities about what the doctors are claiming as a CBA. We look at it very critically, and then we see the position of the government, and we operate on give and take basis. And any negotiations between an employee and employer is always in good faith and trust.
Critics of the Jubilee administration have blamed the Uhuru government for the stalemate that has characterized the doctors' salary negotiations.
Hata mkisikilizana yale maisha jameni mutafufua.
The president appears to have taken a hands-off approach on the talks that have failed to end the impasse. This, according to Francis Atwoli, is a departure from how the previous regimes approached labor disputes.
You remember 2011, we had similar strike during Kibaki's time. He rounded us up, and the current president was the Minister for Finance and Deputy Prime Minister. He was ordered to chair the meeting, and there was in the ministerial the ministries were all represented. We had Danimas Otieno, we had the Minister for Finance, and so on. The same can happen now. And we in court, we were asked to attend the meeting, the Federation of Kenya Employers, and the president said, I want to get a return to work formula.
Teacher strikes were the nagging phenomenon during the reign of retired President Daniel Arap Moi. 1997 and 2002 strikes are the most memorable, when teachers downed their tools for the longest period during the KANU days. Atwoli says Moi always had a way out of the situation.
When things goes on like this, it means there is a vacuum somewhere, or somebody is not taking his work seriously.
51 days into the strike, with no white flag nor white smoke, only means the men and women in white coats will keep the fight until they are satisfied. Enoch Sikolia, NTV.